We are live.
Hey.
I hit that 60-second timer and was like, whoops.
I
That's
was like,
gonna
man,
be
I
hard.
was like, man, I haven't been at the beginning of any of your lives for a while, and I was like, this is intense.
well, those I set up at the beginning a while ago, and then I did one that has like basically our intro from the videos. It's like 20 seconds or something. That's the one I kind of meant to hit, but I'm gonna change it up to. But yeah, that was like, man, that was a long time.
I was going to get up and cook some dinner for myself.
I know. I was gonna walk out, go check on everything. But Jimmy's here. Thanks for coming by.
What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah, I actually texted Angie right before because the Midwest is getting hit again right now.
Mm-hmm.
Storms, and she said everything's just west of her. So they said they're just keeping an eye on it, but I guess like 100,000 people or something lost power near.
Right now, we just got through a bad storm yesterday, and then this morning the cars woke up with ice, which is very strange for Cali.
Oh,
and like straight up ice, which is just weird. And you already know, Adam, it's weird to have ice.
I know exactly what they do. Mike, get this. This is what they do when there's frost on the windshield. They throw hot water on it.
I don't.
Not even.
I already know you don't do that.
No, that's just gonna.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. Don't do it. It's bad.
I especially don't want to do it on mine because I know I have a little crack. I have a little chip on mine. So I fixed it, but I just know I'm waiting for that to go. Craig's mom's in the other room next to Adam.
Yep.
Hi, Sarah.
Marcus is here. How are you doing? Hopefully Marcus is staying safe out there because I think that weather's coming towards him too. This weather is nuts, and especially this like here. I know when we talked last week, like the weather here was like 60 degrees.
Yeah. It's 55 today.
I know. And then tomorrow, I think, is supposed to be even warmer, but rain.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nakoma Finds is here. How are you? Howdy, everyone.
Well, I was actually a little Mrs. Q live this morning, and she said that it's actually warmer where she is than it was here in Cali.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually colder here.
Yeah, you guys got pummeled with a cold front that's going to break up before it gets to us.
Thank God.
So,
well, they were. What were they saying for Christmas this year? Well, last year we got hit really hard Christmas because I remember we were in quarantine at that point, and we got some decent snow that week.
Yeah. Yes.
And so
12
Christmas
inches of
here
snow.
is supposed to be 40.
Yeah, we're not getting a white Christmas. Yeah. This is what happens when Cali gets hit with cold fronts and lots of rain. We get nothing because the jet stream's too far down and it's going to just go right over top of us.
Which I'm okay with because, I mean, I don't like the snow. I don't mind the snow if I'm stuck at home and the kids can go play in it. I hate that little teeny bit of snow that just makes everything nasty. Yeah. If it's going to snow so I can stay home and just watch it.
No.
I have to drive 2 hours to get to the snow.
Yeah, but also you got to remember, like Western Pennsylvania, like where we're at, there's hills everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got behind a car tonight, this guy, and I laughed about it. Except first off, I'd never put it. It's like my car climbed Mount Washington. I'm like,
and think Hollywood Hills everywhere.
Oh,
like that.
I mean,
like
my hill,
windy hills, windy roads.
Yeah. It's literally like people laugh because every time they come to my house, they're like, "How do you get down it?"
Slowly.
I mean,
slowly and like this.
Last year I was out shoveling snow because I had to go to work, and I heard something, and as I went back inside, and then all of a sudden the news came on, and I was like, "Oh wait, that happened behind me." So the street behind us, a garbage truck went down the hill, and it's solid sheet ice.
Oh yeah.
Ended up in the living room.
You would think they'd get that under control. It seems like they were. I don't know. When we were kids, I feel like the salt trucks weren't around. Like they never came out. And now it seems like they're just salting everything.
Well, they use cedars here.
We throw salt on the road to melt all the snow.
Well, remember, I was born in New York.
Oh, that's right. They don't salt much in New York, though. They plow.
Yeah, that's true.
Because everybody will complain. Everybody would complain in New York that their car got hit with salt pellets.
It would, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's funny. I mean, you drive down the road here behind a salt truck. It's just you're just getting pummeled. But it's like you have to follow the salt truck or you're not getting anywhere.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe how many people pull out in front of me because they think I'm salting the road in my little pickup truck. And I'm like, I'm not. Like, you could be behind me. It's fine. But everybody pulls out in front of the. I'm loaded down with 3 tons of salt, and we got a big ass plow on the front of my truck, and people are just right out in front of me. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Gotta love winter.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, who's texting me now? Oh, okay. That was Angie. So I guess she's not watching yet. She's like, she goes, I might have to watch the boys show tonight. It's like, who's that? So I think that's Marcus.
That's
Marcus says it's crazy windy outside. Yeah, I think we had a windstorm too.
Mm-hmm.
Are you safe, Marcus? That's what matters.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah, we had a pretty nasty. What night? That was Saturday night, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because we went out to the mall. My kids were getting out of the car, and the door almost. I couldn't even hold the door open for them to get out.
Yeah,
it was that bad.
Yeah, was that strong?
Yeah,
it was like 60, 70 mile an hour gusts.
Yeah,
wow,
it was bad. Like,
yeah, we've got on our side yard, well, actually not in our yard, our neighbor's field across the next to us is like there's all the like couple neighbors' garbage cans are still over there. Nobody came and picked them up yet.
When I went to the flea market, I think like 3 weeks ago, unfortunately I wasn't recording. We had like a weird wind gust, and all the canopies, you just see them flying over. I wish I would have recorded that, but it was funny. But at the same time, that was dangerous because, man, the ones who don't weigh them down, they just went flying everywhere.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not used to that kind of weather.
This has to be my favorite screen name.
In a box.
In a box in the garage.
That has to be the best one. Every time I see that, I'm like, that's the greatest screen name ever. Your trash.
Yeah, there was a guy on Whatnot on Dave's auction I was watching before I got on, and he was called the Nose Picker. I was like, that's good.
By the way, Adam, did you look up that Kevin toy?
Yeah,
that's why I wanted it.
I didn't look it up before I put it on. Because I'm running it no matter what. I don't want to know what it's worth. Uh-huh. And yeah, I mean it's all over the place, but it seems to be consistently like $50.
That's why I was comfortable paying up to $35. Once Dave got there, I was like, no more.
Yeah,
I might have to check this site. I mean,
you do
have to check this site out to buy stuff. Not even
have you ever been on it, Mike?
No. So is it a good site to buy and resell?
So, yeah, definitely. But I don't know if I told you already, Adam, that hi Angie, that I submitted my application already.
Nice.
So I think I got 3 more weeks until they reply.
I'd keep on them about it. Give it about a week if you don't hear anything, or a week and a half if you don't hear anything. Email them. Just email right to support and say, hey, this, and then they're going to email you back asking you for an elevator pitch and pictures of your inventory. And the elevator pitch is. Oh, you already did that?
Well, I did the video that they had in the application, so I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
They didn't ask me for one when I applied. I was like, what's going on? And they were like, hey, can you send this back? And I'm like, sure. So we sent them I basically did a what sold video. Not a what sold video, but I talked to them on this camera and showed stuff and was like, ideally, I'd like to do it here if I can. And I can't, because at the time I didn't know you run it strictly off your phone. So it's either phone or tablet. That's it. There's no webcam or anything. So
I just realized I have it on my phone.
You do?
You probably have gone through it before.
I think I did. I think I went. Yeah, it just says now telling me I have to update it before I log
probably.
On.
Oh yeah, it. Go ahead.
So Mike, this shit right here, I actually got it from Adam. And well, technically my girlfriend did. She paid for it. I didn't even know. But it's good for sourcing. Adam could explain it better than I can. But the whole shipping thing, that's actually pretty good too. I mean, on our end, for Adam, I think it's actually a mess when he sells a lot.
Yeah, it's good for sourcing because you can get things on the cheap. You pay for shipping once, so you pay whatever we set the weights and everything per item, and then you pay. Yeah. So let's say it's a t-shirt, you'd pay like $4 to ship it for the first item, and then every item after that is $1 shipping. So if you get 10 more things, it's only $10 more shipping.
Just know, Mike, you will not be getting what you got on high bid.
No,
I wasn't on high bid though.
Oh, where'd you get that one?
That was bad.
It wasn't high bid. That was a local auction house, but
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was high bid for some
No.
reason.
Was it the one down here?
what's that?
Was it the one in Moon?
Yeah.
Oh
Which,
yeah, he's been
which I've
going
never
downhill
had
lately.
issues with that, and it just happened to be both lots I won were garbage. I mean, literally garbage.
He's been going downhill lately. Sarah had some problems with him a little while back.
Well, did you see they have the so the next one they had a couple firearms in there.
Yeah. Those guys are funny. It doesn't surprise me at all.
Though.
They go for crazy money on high bid.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Yeah, even in the ammo does too. Like, it's just nutty.
The last time I talked to them down there, it was a while ago. I think it was probably a couple months. They actually had they had a house from Swickley that they had out there, but I think I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I do, and honestly, auctions have been good to me, but man, these two were just
Yeah, that was bad.
and yeah, thankfully it was only $2.48 down the drain. It made for a good video.
Mm-hmm.
Got some books out of it.
Did you read Sarah's comment?
I did, but you know what?
It's possible.
They were so. Which one?
The one, no, the one on your video.
Yeah. See, I would have put them in there, but they were even torn.
No, yeah.
So I actually probably should have put them in the washing machine. Add that to the video too.
Yeah, they probably would clean up a little bit. She's washing some now. They're down there right now.
That just sounds.
It does sound bad. Wait till she puts them in the dryer and they're cook-along.
Is that how it does it?
Yeah.
3 and 4. It's telling me to enter this code. It's telling me it's invalid.
For which one?
What not? Yeah, so I don't know what's going on, but I do have an account, so I'm gonna have to check it out.
It's worth it. There's a couple people that sell like vintage clothing on there, and they do a really good job of it.
See, my problem is I don't know anything about vintage clothing.
So I'm pretty sure regular clothing does good as long as it has some value to it.
Yeah. And so typically, if they do a 1-minute auction, you can look stuff up.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was doing on Adam's auction. Every time he had the 45 or 30, I was here on the computer searching up quick, and that's why I was bidding on the toy too. Because I gotta get that.
Yeah. She said she doesn't dry them in the dryer. Duh.
Well, what's clunking around down there? I was wondering.
But before we go further, I don't know if you guys saw the thumbnail for next week.
I did.
Yeah, I did.
So, first off, wait till you see the shirt I have for next week. It's gonna be great. I was gonna wear it tonight, but I decided to save it for the Christmas special. But Barter Mania is gonna be on here next week, and he reached out to me. I think I think Ed knows. Do you know?
Mm-mm.
So Barter Mania is gonna come on next week.
Oh yeah.
He's giving out $100 next week.
Oh, nice.
He's gonna do 20. He's gonna do 5 $40 winners. So
nice. That'll be cool.
I think I'm gonna give away something, a couple things maybe.
I might be able to give away something
there.
If I look.
I gotta do a 900.
I could give away this hat that I won on Whatnot.
There you go.
There we go.
Was that a blind bid?
You know who would like that would be the cab guy, JT.
So I was on, and it was a Dave's auction, and I looked it up. It's worth like $20, and I was at like $15, and someone outbid me, and I'm like, I'm done. And then he's like, Adam, if you win this hat, you have to wear it on your next live, and I'm like, 21. So I have it. It's cool, and I'll probably sell it at some point, but yeah. I mean,
she said the washer's clunking.
Oh, okay.
Heads will melt. Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, you'd have to. Well. I guess come summertime, it'd be good to put them outside and just let them air dry.
Yeah, the ones that have pox, she puts them outside and puts acne cream on them, and then puts them outside, and it actually lightens the spots on their face. So The one day I came home, and there's a Cabbage Patch head sitting outside in front of my house. I was like, what's happening here? And she's like, it lightens the spots on their face. And I'm like, okay.
This is great. I couldn't imagine just driving by and like, why does this person have Cabbage Patch dolls outside?
A head and then a knife.
That's right.
I mean, we have people around here for Halloween. They have, I don't know where they got all these baby dolls from. I mean, they probably went to a Goodwill or thrift store.
They're probably worth money.
Body parts everywhere. It's like they've torn these baby dolls apart, put them in cages. Like,
they're probably worth money.
It might be. I don't know. People are nuts though.
Hey, people buy the weirdest things.
They do. It's funny you say that. We just sold right before the show started. My wife found this. It's like from 1972. It's a greenhouse. It's like it's a greenhouse guide for. It's like a plant card holder with all the cards and the file and everything. She paid like $3 for it. Somebody paid $39.99 for it.
There you go.
Wow.
We've had it listed for like 6 months. No offers, no nothing. Finally, just somebody just buys it randomly. Like,
yeah, we do.
It was probably it was probably a Google buy.
Maybe it was promoted listings, which most of ours are promoted listings.
Yeah, she put it on Instagram. This is what I came home to one day.
That's great.
Just random Cabbage Patch head. And then she put it on the Instagram and put, this poor child has a case of the pox and she somewhat lost the rest of her body. She's outside for UV acne cream treatment. Best wishes for a speedy recovery.
So how many Cabbage Patch dolls do you guys have?
We're low. There's only 4 back here and probably a bin downstairs, maybe half full, and then maybe 5 or 6 other ones. Not many.
Now
I'd say we have about 25, 26.
Now, she doesn't sell all of them, though, right?
Yeah, almost. She keeps a couple. Like this kid back here, I wouldn't let her get rid of because he's just awesome. You can't see him. That pillow's going to fall as soon as whatever.
There goes the pillow.
This kid's just awesome. So I'm like, yeah, you're not selling him.
That's like from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. And then the football kid that's back here hanging on the guitar, he's not getting sold either. So, but that's my doing because I think it's funny, and so many people have like come to our lives for the first time. And they're like, "Oh my god, I love your background," and I'm like, "Yeah, there's a lot of Cabbage Patch Kids."
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to set the camera up in this whole situation. I mean, we got a new desk down here, so I'm just trying to figure out like. Hoping she gets me a new camera for Christmas, but
hopefully
I don't have a choice. I just got a big mess in the back.
Well, I mean, we had a subscriber send us this sign, which was cool. They made it, sent it over to us, and it's kind of nice for the background. But it's just I want to do something different.
I'm surprised you actually don't have one right there. Subscribe now, like Adam had his pillow.
Mark sent this to us.
I don't have one.
Yeah, this Mark SM Postcard sent this to us.
I need one. Maybe that'll help people who are like, hey, like we're getting close here. Like,
choked on some water.
What's your watch hours?
Well, it's funny you say that. I did those fireplace videos for this reason. Because I knew people were going to start watching those now. The one started to go nuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's 404 views already.
Nice.
But
that was
the one. What's that?
Sarah saw that, and she was like, why is he doing fireplace videos now? And I'm like, he needs watch hours. I know it. That's what he's doing.
It's exactly why they're up. And it's funny because I just went I found the fireplace video and made it into I think an hour. I think I did 4. The one I did was a half hour. The other 3 were about an hour.
That's not your fireplace? Oh, I was like, oh man, I wish I had a fireplace like that.
I mean, I do have a fireplace, but it's electronic. But I just found free fireplace videos online. I mean, I was going to text you and be like, "Hey, we're coming over. We got a couple bottles of wine. We're going to sit around the fire." I actually thought about come summertime next year to set the GoPro up outside of our fire pit outside.
There you go.
For next year's fireplace. For next year's one.
Yeah.
But it's doing. But that was my goal, was because people will put it on repeat. Because I know we've done it before. We had a fireplace. So.
Yeah, we do it. We don't have a fireplace.
Yeah. So hey, you haven't watched it? No, but I think we might hit the watch hours and the subscribers right about the same time.
Well, I just hit it. I always hit milestones when I'm on your channel, and I just turned over to 15.
I just lost 8 subscribers.
Just happened.
Hold on, 1,500.
Yeah.
So you hit 1,000, now you hit 1,500 here.
Yeah, that's right. Every time I'm on your channel, I turn it over. It just happened. I was just looking. I was like, I was 3 away before this, and I'm like, oh man, I'm not.
Well, what's funny is I lost 3, so they must have came over to yours.
They're like,
I wasn't 920. I wasn't 925. Now we're at 922. So
yeah,
that's the way it goes. So William has a question. What percentage does Whatnot take?
So I think it's 13%. You know what? I'll tell you exactly, because they actually outline it on the sale.
Little Miss Q, how are you? Jack Harrington, thanks for stopping by. Little Miss Q had 700 last night.
That's right.
She was on the Prison to Profit channel.
So they take 8% in commission, and then 2.9% for payment processing plus a 30-cent fee. So they take roughly 11%.
So is it hard? Is it hard to get approved on there to sell?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep, extremely.
Mm-hmm. Like not even like I have nothing to compare it to. It's almost like an audition, because like I signed up. You have this well, the way I did it, there was this application that you filled out, and then you just fill out everything, and it's got like, tell me your social media links, how much do you think you have in inventory, where do you primarily sell, how many items do you have, and everything. Like they want to know everything about you. And
they
then
ask you how much you sell yearly also.
Yeah. And then that was it for me. But Ed said that they asked him for a video right up front. And what happened with me was I submitted the application and heard nothing. I didn't even get an email that was like, hey, we got your application. Thanks. Like I got nothing. And so I waited like 2 weeks and then sent support email. And I'm like, hey, I just want to know what the status of it is and so forth. And then they were like, oh, hey, sorry. We're really behind. We got a lot of people applying and we're only taking certain people right now. Give us a 2-minute elevator pitch and take some pictures of your inventory. And we'll get back to you. And I'm like, okay.
And in my case, they actually asked for my eBay link, my YouTube link, my Instagram link, basically any social media that I have. And of course the video that was, so I'm guessing they added this to the application now, where you send the actual video like that. You could do a video or picture of your inventory, and then after that, it's just tell you like, tell us a little bit more about yourself, or what your first live stream is going to be, and that's about it. So the application is simple, but to get approved for it is extremely hard.
Wow.
Yeah, and I waited around, and then all of a sudden I got an email, and they were like, "Yeah, you've been approved," and I'm like, "Thanks." Like, this took forever, but all right, and I see why. So like, it seems like I think at the very first they started taking anybody, because if you go through some of those live streams, you'll see people that are like extremely unprofessional, like playing like gangster rap in the background with really terrible words in it, like stuff like that. And like this one dude was just like drinking profusely like Coronas on his live stream, and we're like, okay. So like, I think they're trying to keep it down to a kind of a minimum with certain people. Like if they don't think these people are going to be professional or whatever, they're going to not let you in.
Yeah, they're just going to forget it.
And also, I don't think they want people who are just gonna do like, oh, here's 5 things for my auction and that's it.
Yeah, or like those guys. Did you look at any of those sneaker auctions that they run?
I haven't seen them, but man, they are expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are people buying them?
People
now?
buying them. Like they're selling brand new Jordans for like $1,000.
But see, that's the perfect platform for it, though.
So it's funny you say sneakers. I just finally got in the app, but the first thing on top is sneakers.
Yeah. Well, you got to scroll through the lives that are going on right now.
I think those are the categories that are popular.
Yeah, there's one.
NC Picker's on right now doing games. He's probably your best bet.
Welcome. I don't know what's going on.
I think that was a notification I just got, actually.
Yeah, he was on at 7:30 or 7.
So
or
games,
something.
records. Because you guys were talking in your other live about, didn't you buy records from somebody on there? It took forever to get them.
Yeah. So it took them like 2 weeks just to get it moving, and I had to call support or email support, and I was like, hey, what's going on? Because the thing is once you bid, and if you win, they charge you right at that moment. So the moment you win, it charges you.
Kind of like how the auction houses do around, like the one near us.
Yeah, well, but at the auction houses, you pay when you're done. These you pay per transaction. So like every transaction is going to be a charge on your card. So
as soon as you win, it's charged.
Right. Yeah. It says it on your app. It'll say you paid this much money. And then on my end, like the seller's end, it says they were charged. And it will even tell you, like, if their payments declined, it'll say payment failed. And, then we got to, most people, you can just go in and fix it and it'll come back.
Yeah.
But because like Sarah had a problem with her Capital One card, her Capital One would start declining the transaction because it was the same amount over and over again. Like she would win a shirt for $1 plus another $1 plus, and it would just keep. So the Capital One was like, this is fraudulent. We're going to start declining these transactions.
Don't you love it?
Yeah.
They sold a big plush Tigger fairy boots for $30. I heard somebody did say that plush sells good on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So every time I try to bid on Adam's Squishmallows, I get all outbidded.
They went nuts.
You got to work their side deals with them.
It's those.
Have you guys found the Aldi's Squishmallows yet?
No.
And I have two near me.
Dude, I got one and I can see the lights from my house.
I know somebody in this chat that has, but I'm not saying who. Yeah, we tried. We went when the guy at our Aldi's in Moon said, "Oh, hey, they'll be out this week," and we went over, and they weren't there. And then
ours had the regular Squishmallows, but
we didn't see one.
Oh, see, ours had. See, the one I was looking for was the one that came with the book.
Oh, I didn't know they had one.
It was like a little one. It was like Santa with a plaid hat.
Oh, is he sure it's a Squishmallow?
Yeah.
I didn't think they came. I didn't think any of them ever came with anything.
Yeah, they were supposed to come out They were actually supposed to come out last Thursday, but I can't find them. It's almost like the whole. I don't know if you guys heard about the new ice cream that Walmart has.
Mm-mm.
It's Christmas treat cake ice cream.
Hey.
No.
My sister-in-law sent us a picture of it. She found it. She just happened to be at Walmart. So I go to Walmart the next day, and I found the spot where it was. And guess what? It hasn't been there since. I've been trying to find this ice cream for 2 weeks. I want to buy it, but I don't care. Like I want Christmas tree.
I mean, they're probably like Jimmy, where he cleaned out all the cow Squishmallows from his Walmart probably. I don't know if you saw his Instagram picture. He just bought all of them.
There was that pizza I recommended, the One Bite pizza from Barstool Sports that came out in Walmart. I was struggling to find that when it first came out. It was never there, and then finally it was there one day, and I was like. But then again,
one day with me. What do you mean review one day with you?
Yeah, there's a lot more in that question than I think. You might be overthinking one day.
Yeah, I mean, you could set up one day to be like any order of after 10 a.m. will ship the next day.
Yeah, but she says currently on 3-day shipping, everything goes through USPS. Can you please review one day with me? I'm not sure. It's not one. It doesn't get there in one day.
No.
Unless you're talking about Express.
Oh, wait. Yeah, unless you're thinking about sending Express, but that's going to be no. I wouldn't even. It.
No, God, no. I think a lady was asking me if I could send the next day, and she would pay. She would pay for it, and I had a priority mail. I looked up how much it would cost to send it to her. It was $64. When priority, it would only go $15, and she got it in 2 days.
Yeah,
that's nuts. It's funny. I almost missed a sale today. I happened to look because I don't have Facebook, but we use my wife's. And
oh, Jimmy,
I sold the second bowling ball already. So I shipped it. I ended up shipping it through UPS. Or yeah, UPS was the cheapest to ship a bowling ball. So if you ever sell a bowling ball, ship it UPS. It's much easier. Yeah. But I drop it off at Saffron's and Swickley, and they always crack up. So they're like, because they see this little box and they don't realize it weighs like 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Hey, if it fits, it ships.
Dude,
That's right.
It's great.
Well, say, that wouldn't fit in a B box. I guess not.
No. No, the thing is too, like I sold this one. I think I put the weight on Facebook is like 18 pounds, so it was a little bit higher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just you don't know what. I mean, I make sure the box is like tucked up against that bowling ball because I mean, if that thing moves a little bit, it's going to drop out the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would think.
Yeah. The poor UPS guy. I hope he doesn't drop it on his foot.
That's why when when the pandemic started, when I shipped out some weights, I think it was like 50 pounds, but I was able to fit those in the what was it? It was a flat rate, I think medium flat rate, and I put a lot of tape, and then I put that sticker saying very heavy. Please be careful because I don't want it hurting your foot.
Yeah.
Rosie picked up Bigfoot in the bowl with Five Below and sold them all in 24 hours.
Yeah.
And she finally bit the bullet and got an eBay store.
Which I saw.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Welcome to the family, Rosie.
Also, if you guys haven't subscribed, hit that button down below. Ed's channel and Adam's channel is down below in the description. I know Adam just hit another milestone on our channel.
Yeah.
He hit 1,500. He also hit 1,000 here too, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's kind of nice.
I guess we're gonna. Well, I told everybody I'd do a giveaway of 1,500, so I'm gonna have to think of something to give away.
Hey, give it away next week. Give it away next week.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I have that's gonna be going up for auction. Angie's in here too, but I threw this up on Instagram. But this finally has made it to me.
What is it?
Oh, you're the one that won it?
This is the reseller thank you card that's been going around. All the money goes to charity once it gets auctioned off, but that Jiggly Thrift is up here. The Hoops, Flip the World, Harry Tornado, My Storage Finds, Angie. I can't remember who this person was, and Mama Flipper. So it finally has made it to me. I finally won it. I know I was bidding against My Storage Finds, and he told me on the live that he was going to go up to 500. Like, you were going to have it then. So I ended up, me and Aunt, I got it from Angie. So, but I think this was the thank you notes that Harry Tornado used. So,
yeah, he uses those.
So the goal I think is to have it all the resellers sign it, then make it its way back to him eventually. So
got it.
So I think it's going to go for auction right around the new year. Nice. I'm going to enjoy it for the next week or two. Before it leaves.
Stare at it for a little while.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try. I need to boost the hype up. I need to get it out there.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, My Storage Finds sold it, Angie bought it, and I totally missed that auction. I went after it. The Hoogs were bidding against me. I lost against them too, and
I will watch it. Little Miss Q. I watch it after the live.
What'd she say?
She sent me her whatnot application video, and wow, her death pile is bigger than mine. She was not kidding.
We have a good bid. I think I said in the video, like, I took the week of Christmas off, so I'm gonna try just to completely crush this. Barter Mania is here. I gave them an update earlier about what's going on next week. I sent him over the thumbnail and stuff so he can share, and I'll share it with you guys too this week. But man, you guys don't want to miss next Wednesday night. Especially, you guys see the shirt I'm going to wear. So I'm one of those types of guys that will buy a shirt just for like different holidays. Just to,
yeah.
Same. I would do the same.
Dude, I got a couple good shirts for next week. I can almost change.
I got, you know what? I have a shirt. That's the week before Christmas, so I'll wear my traditional ugly sweater next week.
I actually almost wore one tonight, but I was like, no, I'm gonna keep it normal. And yeah,
I wore this one because I got it from Adam, of course.
That's right. You did.
It's funny, like,
Didn't your girlfriend win that though? Weren't you Didn't you doing something and she was bidding on your account?
So we arrived at the post office, right? I park. I give her my phone because your last auction just ended. I get my pack. I give her the phone. I was like, "Here, just watch the auction so you can see how it works or whatever." I go in. I scan the packages in the kiosk, and then all of a sudden I come out, and then I hear you saying Ed won. I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then it's like, "Oh yeah, I bought your shirt." I'm like, "What?" I just told you to watch.
That was your very first purchase on Whatnot. Wasn't
that was
even
my
you.
very first purchase.
That's hilarious.
Either way, it's she got it because of what it says. So I was like, oh, that's fine.
It's a good shirt.
So,
yeah, it's comfy.
The one thing I almost bought to put behind me was at FYE up at the mall. They had the Chevy Chase cardboard cutout from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It was on sale for like $29.
Nice.
And he was standing there holding the packages like at the front door, and I'm like,
that's awesome.
How cool would that look standing behind me? Like him standing at the door. But so I told myself tonight the kids wanted to go up and see Santa. So we took them up, and I was like, if that thing's there, I'm picking it up.
Wasn't there?
Gone. I was like, I guess that was a sign that I shouldn't own that.
I have a bunch of him on my Christmas tree right now. We've got every National Lampoon's Hallmark ornament that ever existed is on my tree.
We had the Wally World one that it was the moose.
Yeah.
So one of my kids stepped on it. So I bought this year's one with him with the lights.
Going like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that one.
I just got that one. So which I like that one better than the Wally World one anyway. So
the one that they bought me last year was him with the sweater on, drinking out of the moose mug. And when you hit the button, it says, I can't believe you're standing here in my living room, Eddie.
You know what? I might have to get the moose mug out for next week.
I have one. We have a pair of them. They're very small. They're like this big.
Oh, really?
Mine are like this big.
Oh, mine are normal size ones.
Oh yeah, ours. It's like a shot of eggnog.
No, I actually found mine at FYE on Black Friday years ago for like $5 to get glass. And I think we have 2 of them now, but I might have to get some eggnog for next week. And
Ed wanted me to drink on a live someday, so maybe next week's the week.
I mean, the way you said you get, it's like it's fun.
No, I'm all right.
Okay, what I miss?
That's my girlfriend. She's the one that said she won the shirt.
Like, make sure you hit that subscribe, or Sora. I thought it said Sarah. Sorry. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
That's right.
She's in the other room preventing my daughter from going into the background because she will destroy everything.
See, that's the thing is my kids are in bed because it's 9:30.
It's only 6:30 for me.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
so she's all active right now.
How many UPS boxes did you order out?
Did you see my Instagram this morning?
Yeah, no. I saw it. That's a lot.
Sarah almost killed me.
So my wife did too.
Were those all your back ordered ones?
No.
Dude. Yeah. Yep. I've been there.
Those are those are number 7s and number. I don't even know what number is these.
97s and 95s.
What are the flat ones? Non-flat rate.
Those are shoe boxes. Those look like the shoe boxes.
No, they're like medium flat rate size, but they're not flat rate.
Oh.
So, William, to answer your question, 1,000. There's 1,000 boxes there.
Bartermania, I did receive your ornament.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Dude, it's metal.
It was like Commonwealth ornament.
That thing's really nice. Ain't even sign on the back.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I actually had it hanging back there, but it fell. Yes, moose mugs rock.
I need them. I like the bigger ones, but the ones that we got, I think they started mass producing them and like selling them at Kohl's, and that's the small ones.
Okay.
The ones that we got, and those are the first ones I ever got.
Go to FYE. I know they had the bigger ones because they're expensive on eBay if you go try to find them. 92, 95, 97.
Somewhere around there.
I'm gonna guess this is a 95 or 92.
You talking about the box?
Yeah.
I don't know any of the box numbers.
What? Good.
I know the long ones are either the 95 or the 97s.
Yeah. So
Thanks for stopping by, Jimmy.
See you, Jimmy. He's saying he's going to bed, but he does this. He goes to bed and then he'll start watching again and be like, "Hey guys,
right?
You're sleeping."
That's what he did last week on Sunday.
So with Whatnot, you can't use flat rate anything. It's all first class or priority, but there's no flat rate option. So I've got a plethora of flat rate boxes here, and I couldn't use any of them. So I'm like, oh, great. So I ordered a whole bunch of those and the big number 7s because it bundles everything together. So if like Ed, you bought like what 5 things last
3,
night?
I think.
3. Okay. When I see it on my screen, it's all bundled together. So it's one label for all of them.
See, that's what I was going to ask. What if it's too big for one box? Do you just tie them together, or how do you do it? Like say Jimmy's, he got a bunch of stuff on your first one. How do you send that one out?
Same thing. It goes in. We had a 12 by 12 by 12 U-Haul boxes that we buy for like bigger things, and so we just put it all in that stuff and shipped it out. Weigh it.
Well, where do you get your U-Haul boxes? Do you get them
U-Haul?
right from? Okay.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't fit, do you have to print 2 separate labels, or is it just the same label? Or
just keep increasing the size of the box until it fits. So so when you go into the shipping platform, you hit edit. You don't. If you hit print label, to just print it at whatever size they think it is. But if you hit edit, then you can. It's just like eBay. You put the dimensions and the weight in, and then hit generate label. Now I haven't figured out the shipping thing because when I just got paid for like everything for my first auction, and it doesn't seem right. Like they send me an email and they're like, "Congratulations, you got paid $2.68," and I'm like, "Can you give me a breakdown of how this happened? How you arrived at that number?" And so I sent them a message, and support was like, "Here's your readout from that auction," and I'm like, and it's like in their abbreviations and everything, and I'm like, I don't understand any of this. Can you please tell me how this all breaks down? So I think they're still kind of working some bugs out, but it's not a big deal. But
yeah,
go ahead.
That's the one thing I hate about Poshmark shipping, because everything's priority mail.
Actually, Poshmark shipping is the best.
Yeah, I've grown to love it.
Well,
I told you were gonna love it.
I guess for us it is because you can just grab any box it fits in and slap that label on it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like I sell a shirt on there. It's like, okay, this thing weighs like 6 ounces, and it's $7.90.
But that's the thing. Buyers they know about it though, so if they pay it, just send it.
Yeah,
sold. That's why I love Poshmark.
We've
like
gotten.
But
how many items do you have on there now, Mike?
I'm not even sure because we've sold a good amount of stuff on there.
And Mike, if you do it just like Adam and me have, I recommend Posher VA. It is a life changer. Thanks to Rosie, of course. It is amazing. It's the best.
We don't list that much on. We basically the thing. Hopefully, come spring or summer, we'll list some more on there.
Once you get over like 150 listings, look into Posher VA because
we have 41 right now.
You can schedule it to share. Like mine is scheduled to share 5 times a day, and it just does it all by itself. Like it'll just share it all by itself, and it'll just keep doing it. And we went from making like 1 or 2 sales a month to making like 5 a day after we changed over to Posher VA.
We sold so far since we've started. We sold 13 things, but
it's not bad.
It was most of the stuff that we sold was out of our the Thread Up mystery boxes or some shoes. Like I found a pair of shoes. I found a pair of Carlos Santana boots at it's like a school flea market. Sold for $45.
Nice.
But they wouldn't have sold on eBay. Or we just sold a pair of Rainbow Keds for $40.
Yeah.
So the shoes seem to the shoes are doing really well for us, and even some of the women's clothing and men's clothing too, I guess.
Women's clothing,
shoes and clothing are the best categories at Poshmark, and if you keep getting those startup boxes, or if you keep going to the bins and just get clothes that are actually good, and you list them, they will sell.
Well, we sold a
And then
pair of Techo
other-
Boss blue suede boots for $92.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other best thing too is that you could actually have offers sent automatically, whatever you want. You don't even got to do it yourself. It just does it by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
The only thing
we
is
have
you got to have the browser open.
Yeah, you have to have a computer that never goes to sleep to use Posh or VA. But yeah, just like Rosie, I throw it in like I do not care what box I use. I'm like B box, whatever. There you go.
Exactly.
As long as it's free. I actually busted these out for the first time today, which are completely useless. Otherwise.
Oh yeah, those are useless.
But I had two small things on Poshmark, and I'm like, you know what? I'm using them.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's funny though. I've used them when somebody's bought DVDs or something and wanted them shipped priority mail.
Yeah, but I've never shipped a DVD priority.
It's funny. I actually have, because I do have a option on ours to have priority media and first class, and people have picked priority because they want it cheaper. And I'm sitting there thinking you could probably go to the store and buy it cheaper than what shipping and the price of the DVD is. But
I find that a lot of people that buy DVDs are people that live out in the middle of nowhere.
That's
Like they don't have access to streaming services, and they have to buy DVDs.
They have no choice.
Yeah.
Rosie makes 75% of the offer sales from offers sent. Yeah,
Same.
I think that's how ours.
Same,
a lot of our sales
same like eBay or Poshmark.
Yeah.
With the Posher VA, what happens is like you set your parameters. So like mine is a 10% discount to anybody who likes anything. So as soon as somebody likes something, I think it's like 35 seconds or something later, they get a 10% discount with a $5.95 shipping offer right away.
I do 5 minutes.
Maybe mine's 5. I don't know what mine is.
Because I think
whatever
5
it was.
seconds later is too much.
I was laughing though that a couple weeks ago we did a pop-up live on a Saturday, and Ed said, "Oh, how's your sales been?" And it was like horrible. They were bad.
No.
They were just flat out bad. Ever since then, though, our sales have just been crazy.
This Q4 has been a dud. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just been awful.
So we've been selling on eBay over 20 years, and I've never, like, before getting into this reseller community, I never heard the term Q4 because it was just like we weren't really doing it we were just doing it for fun.
Right.
But it was like this year was just a little bit different, but I kind of went at it the same way as before. So, I mean, we still had sales, but we also didn't want it to be overwhelming because we do have full-time jobs.
Right.
So it's been perfect. It's been great. So I was just looking at our numbers, and it's like everything is just up. It's like, it's perfect. Let's clear it out and start the new year fresh. Because I have essentially I can still list.
We're essentially flat. Like we didn't really increase all that much. We didn't decrease. We just stayed the course.
I hit a spike from Friday, November 26th up until December 8th. That window was just, I mean, we had two of our biggest sale days. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, so I had a spike also, but the thing is the spike was not on eBay. It was actually on Mercari and Poshmark, which is very, well, Poshmark I accepted. Mercari was the strange one because I was getting sale after sale after sale right there, which was just strange. Yeah. But I ended up getting that, and I wasn't complaining. Whoops.
We had a little bump in Mercari yesterday and today too, and it's weird because we haven't listed much on Mercari. I'm going to start phasing out Facebook Marketplace because it's just.
See, Facebook Marketplace for us is great. Like I could sell computer monitors on there and bowling balls. So. Yeah.
It was good for us, and we were having some success with it. It's becoming too much to keep track of, and I got to part with one of them. So that's the one to go because it's the most clunky at this point and has the worst support.
I'll part with Mercari before that one because I've never sold anything on Mercari.
I have decent luck in Mercari. Recently, Facebook has been dead for me too. I don't even know why, but I'm guessing I had a big spike because they were doing the free shipping promotion.
Yeah. Did you see Ed's video on the local pickup on Mercari?
No, I saw it, but I didn't watch it.
Do you know how that works? Because I was completely blown away by it. It's like Uber for your package. So like you sell something on local pickup, Uber comes and picks the thing up and drives it over to the person.
Did the video help you, Adam?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know it did that. I thought when I saw Macari local, and I was like, no, because I thought it was just like Facebook local. You know,
Yeah.
you got to schedule porch pickup. Someone has to come to my house and pick. No, or I have to meet them at Walmart at 1:30 and they show up at 2:00. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So that's what I assumed it was. And then you did the video, and I'm like, wait a minute. Uber comes and picks this thing up and drives it over to their house. That's amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So
And
I actually had somebody. I was selling those Christmas lights, and I had the wireless hubs for it. And I knew from previous years that once those wireless hubs sold out in the stores, nobody could find them. So I get this message on eBay. This guy's like, "Hey, I need the wireless hub. You have one left." So, yeah, I have two left, I think. He's like, "I'm local. I'll pick it up." Well, he was at Lowe's. They didn't have the wireless hub. He goes, "Look, I'll pay you full price right now if I can pick it up." I was like, "Okay, here you go." So he bought it on eBay, but didn't pay. 15 minutes later, shows up at my house, pays me cash. So he left, and I said, "Hey, do you mind if I cancel the order so that I don't get charged fees?" He's like, "I don't care. I got what I need." So I canceled the order.
Be careful on that, actually.
Why?
Because if eBay gets the hint that you actually got cash for it, they're gonna charge you the final value fee whether they think you got cash or not.
True.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't do many because isn't there a thing with eBay local pickup where you have something to scan?
Yeah. It's a barcode.
See, I
took it off because I had that. I got the guy tried to scan the email. It was not scanning. So thankfully he never even returned the item or, opened the return. Because technically he could have, because I never got my item. What's up?
Yeah.
But,
you have to, they have to bring their phone, and then you show them a QR code. They scan it, and then it shows as being picked up.
Kind of like, kind of like Groupon.
Yeah. We just turned it off because what would happen, like, and people ask us all the time, they're like, "Hey, I live in New Ken. Can I come pick up the thing?" And like, there was when it first started, we were like, "Yeah, no problem. We'll turn local pickup on and we'll try and meet you somewhere." And like, every one of them did the same thing to us. They were like, "Oh, you're all the way out near the airport. Oh, can you meet me halfway?" And I'm like, "Look, you're trying to buy something from me. I'm not driving 35 miles to meet you. Like, if you want it, come to me and pick it up." So now when people ask us that question, we're like, "Sorry, we don't do that." Like, it hasn't been worth the hassle for us. People I've gotten blown off, I mean,
I got lucky. I got lucky with this one. So
yeah, you did get lucky with that.
Well, and it was, I see the guy's name, do that quick Facebook search, make sure, hey, is this dude leaving legit? It's like, okay, he has a bunch of mutual friends. We're good, man.
No.
He showed up. He texted me or sent me an email. He's like, "Okay, I'm here." So I went out and handed me cash, and he's like, "I can't find this thing anywhere, and you were the closest one that had it."
But see, that's the best thing about Macari local pickup. Like you said, Uber just comes, gets it. That's it.
Dude, wouldn't that be nice if eBay did that?
Well, the best part of Ed's video is he's talking about this, and he hasn't really given away that somebody is about to show up in front of his house, and he's going to go hand it to him. And when he goes out to the garage and hands this package to the lady, I'm sure I looked like. You ever see 2001: A Space Odyssey when the monkeys are surprised that thing's coming out of the ground? Like, that was me. I'm like, are they really coming to pick this up? This is amazing.
And like you saw. Every time somebody gets this view, they're all always surprised. It's like, wait, what is this? This is that's the process as a Uber food or whatever they use.
Macari should explain it. Like, they should actually have, like, I don't know, some way of explaining it. Like, it's local without having to meet somebody. If they had that as a little headline, I would click on that.
My name is Al.
Hold on, how's that thing only have 124 views?
Because the day before, Josh, Harry Tornetti, he actually got a local sale as well. So he did a video of it also. But the thing is, I don't think his thumbnail actually shows exactly that it's about Macari local, but I could be wrong. Mine's is literally just about Macari local, and that's it. But it has been getting more views, gradually.
Yeah. I was watching it because I was like, Ed does local? I'm like, I got to see this. And then when he's bagging it up and then he goes out and meets the Uber lady, I'm like, are you serious? This is amazing.
I mean, I can just imagine your expression right now.
Oh, it looked exactly like that. I even when I was done with the video, I'm like, Sarah, did you know Macari sends Uber to pick up local stuff? And she's like, what, do we do that? And I'm like, no, but we're going to start.
That's the thing about Macari Local. When they advertise it, all they said is Macari Local, meet up in person. Yeah. That's it. They don't even mention Uber at all.
Yeah.
You know, what's funny is we have Uber headquarters here.
One of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we have the research and development place, and we had those stupid self-driving cars driving around everywhere.
Dude, we've done a lot. We've done work down there when I was with a previous company. Dude, the things that are inside those buildings, it blows your mind.
My buddy knew a guy who was one of the people that had to drive around with those self-driving cars.
Yeah.
He's like, they've gotten really good. He goes, but when they first released, they would wreck into everything.
So when we went in the building,
great.
So when we went in and when we left, they actually had to look at our phones and cameras to make sure we didn't take pictures of stuff. They were like, okay, you can't show this. You have to delete it here. Like,
yeah. That's crazy.
What's crazy about Uber, if you ever want to get a job with them, dude, they feed you breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks. So we went down there for a meeting, and they were like, hey, yeah, go over and hit the snack. Dude, they had every flavor 5-hour energy drink, every flavor Red Bull, filet mignon beef jerky. I'm like, it's
that's a good thing about tech companies. They feed you because they want to keep you.
Jerky and Red Bull. I mean,
I was in Google's campus in Mountain View.
Yeah.
And that's the same. They have restaurants with bars in there. Like, and they take your phones. Like when we were going into the campus, you go through a security checkpoint, and they're like, if you're not employees, you have to leave your phones with us. And I'm like, but we're giving a presentation. He's like, okay, well, you're going to have to show it on your way out. Make sure you didn't take pictures of anything. And I'm like, oh, okay. I won't. I promise. But yeah, there was at the time there was like 3 restaurants, 2 bars. There was like a big rec room. I mean, we ate at the restaurant in Google for free. Like, they don't charge anybody anything.
Yeah, that's how Uber is. They don't charge you to.
It's basically an adult playground.
Yeah, they don't want you to leave. They want you to be there and work as much as you can. So they don't want you to leave.
Yeah. Well, they get paid salary, so they could stay there all day if they want.
Well, so now it's funny because once COVID hit, I know the one in Pittsburgh, they did a new building down there that we worked on. They were supposed to have like 3,000 employees there. Since COVID hit, now the building's empty because they want everybody working from home. So
wasn't Meta out here too, or Oculus or something owned by Facebook? Whatever their
Meta,
Facebook,
their augmented reality sector was.
Facebook there was supposed to be a Facebook building. It was right down by the Woolly building in the Strip.
Right, yeah, in the Strip.
But I don't know whatever happened with that one. Because we were there too.
Yeah.
And it was,
I don't know.
The building was empty, and we were told that Facebook was coming in there, but it never did.
Yeah. I remember when I lived in the Bay Area, I was coming across the Bay Bridge into San Francisco, and the first exit kind of winds down in between 2 buildings. And there's a big sign on the one building. It's a billboard, and it says, "Don't like paying high taxes, or lots of money for gas? Move to Pittsburgh." And then it says, "Tech companies?" ? And I sent it to a buddy of mine, and he's like, "No, they're not moving here."
Be safe, Angie.
See you, Andy. Oh yeah.
No, be
careful out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting December weather is nuts. I mean, especially because she asked me if we were getting anything. I'm like, I don't think so. I think we're good now. And by the time those things hit us, it might not even be anything. So I think we're supposed to get a little bit of rain. I know I'm going to the Steeler game Sunday.
Oh, to watch.
It's supposed to be like in the 30s.
Who are they playing?
Tennessee.
Maybe they'll win.
Yeah, my cousin's wife got tickets, and she's pregnant, so she's like, "I'm not going." He's like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "Well, it's free, so might as well." Best guy. Yeah, so we're gonna and the baby shower for them is on Saturday, so we're gonna go to Topgolf Saturday morning.
It's gonna be a busy weekend.
I know. I actually might hit the bins. I might actually stop by the bins this weekend too, I haven't been there in a while, so
you might see Sarah. She's been sourcing our whatnot there, a lot of vintage T-shirts and stuff. So, not filming.
I'm not gonna risk getting stabbed.
I mean, the thing about our like, I don't usually hit the close up there either. So
Yeah.
See, the thing about my bins though, everybody goes crazy for the clothing. When it comes to shoes, from what I last remember, they all ignore that. But that was before my niche became shoes. But yeah, you see these people, new bin comes out, they're all just looking like that. And then one time, boom, they just start snazzing as soon as they plays. All right, boom, 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 boom.
dude, it's
But
like
it's crazy.
that was the first time I witnessed a bin change there. It's like,
Mhm.
what is going on? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's so funny that like people hit it like vultures. It's like vultures going on a dead animal, and then they
Well,
back
I mean,
off. They just left all this stuff.
It really is a good place to store. The problem is this too much competition and people are ruthless there. Like they say, keep an eye on your card because things will disappear if your eyes are off of it. Especially here in my area, of course.
I've never really found shoes there at ours. At least. Usually you find one and that's about it.
Yeah, they it doesn't seem shoes are just so hard out here.
But shoes in our area are horrible anyway. Even any other store.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in my area, they're pretty used up too. So I don't know how the condition of the shoes in the bins are because I haven't been there since. Maybe I might try in the new year when I have time. But as you see right there in the flea market, they're good, but they're expensive. And to me, that's a good price.
Yeah, well, I pay $10 for a decent pair of shoes, but they're none of them are. I was looking at a pair of Skechers at Salvation Army. They wanted $28 for them, and I'm like,
how many Salvation Armies do we have near us?
I have no idea.
Some Skechers are actually worth it.
They didn't look anything like impressive to me. They were just black with the S on the side of them, and I think they had like a gray trim, and they were low tops. Like it looked like something you might wear to mow the grass. Like it didn't look like anything impressive to me.
Well, yeah.
What were you gonna say, Mike?
No, there's a thrift store over by your house too that I finally got to stop by.
Which one?
Well, what kind of near you? I guess St. Vincent.
Oh, the one down in Beaver.
No,
or not Beaver. It's
Corey.
Oh, St. Oh yeah.
St. Paul.
Oh, that one's one of our favorites.
I went there the first time, and I mean, where did we go? We went. Was it Black Friday? No, it was right before. I think it was right before Thanksgiving. We went there. We did really well there.
Yeah, it's a good store. We go there frequently. It's normally our we're out thrifting, we're on our way home. Let's stop by here.
Yeah, we picked up some. I mean, we got some vintage Christmas crafts that sold quick. My kid found the 12 Days of Christmas ornaments. They were these porcelain ornaments. She paid $4.99 for it. She just sold it for $52.
Nice.
Wow.
So yeah, they were sitting there. She's like, "What about these?" And I looked them up, and I'm like, "These are actually pretty decent." Like, I mean, so yeah,
it's kind of like when I went to the flea market, and it wasn't one of my what sold videos. My girlfriend, she knows her cartoons and whatnot, so she saw that Oswald the Rabbit thing or whatever it's called. The guy's wanted $5 for. I was like, nah, that's too much for plushes because I don't like to pay much for them. And then I was like, no, put it back. And it's like she looked it up on eBay. They were selling for like $80. So when she showed it to me, I was like, here, go get it.
We've done that before. We've done that many times. We left the thrift store and come running back in like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was thinking tonight, man. Some places are having children's Tylenol on sale. I was like, I wonder if you could sell it on Amazon.
Amazon, yes. eBay, no.
But don't you have to get approved for that on Amazon though?
You might. I don't know. We got Amazon has been horrible for us too.
Do you sell on Amazon?
We have. I mean, well, no. We've had stuff listed.
No.
But
so you were doing FBM?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We had books on there. We had Burt's Bees. We actually got approved to sell Burt's Bees stuff. So we had some stuff on there for that because we bought a bunch of wholesale, so we bought it wholesale to be able to sell, but we can't Nobody's buying it on Amazon, and we're the lowest price too.
What's the ranking on it?
Good. It was pretty good. It was really good. But so I put it on eBay. It's been selling on eBay.
So wait, you're shipping it to them, or you're fulfilling it yourself?
For myself.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna guess maybe that's why, because even when I search on Amazon, I don't really bother to do look at the FBMs.
So I was trying to find. I got to look at. I'm gonna start doing more research in the new year just to see how to ship to them.
You have to pay for it.
Yeah,
but it's $39.99.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you have to apply, and they have to approve you, I think.
Which we applied. We have applied. We did all that stuff, which that took.
But for FBA or for FBM, I don't know if they're two different.
FBM
processes.
you don't need to pay for, but FBA you do, and then you pay $39.99 a month or something like that.
Something like that.
And you're gonna need some
invoices.
Yeah, you're gonna need invoices for everything you buy because they need to know, where you bought it from, and as long as
that's what we had to upload the invoices too.
Yeah, and then what you do is you print out like sheets of labels.
Yeah,
those Amazon barcodes that are on everything that actually comes from you. So you print out all these sheets of labels, and then you barcode everything, throw it in a box, and ship it to Amazon. And then Amazon does the rest.
Yeah, it says. Hold on, we might be
Amazon just sounds too confusing for me. I'm fine with all the other platforms.
I paid for FBA for 1 month, thinking that we'll be the book scanners, and just go for stores and just start scanning, and taking them all home and then mailing them all out. Like that was what we were going to do that. And every time I found something that I was ranked really good. Like I'd be at Walmart or something and I'd see a whole bunch of this one thing on clearance and it was ranked super good and it was like, this is going to make us some money. Every time it was blocked. And I'm like, I'm just not doing this anymore. I'm tired of like all the crap stuff that's going to make me like $1.50 I can sell, but everything that's going to make me like $6 or $7 or $10 per is just blocked. And I'm like, I don't have the patience for this. I got way more stuff to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways to. There's ways to get ungated in a lot of that stuff, but it's tough. Amazon's tough. I feel like.
I think you're either one or the other at this point. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Yes.
Like you're either like a secondary reseller and you sell on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, those sites, or you're Amazon and that's it. I don't think you can juggle two with not having like a staff of at least 5 or 6 people.
Wait, I mean, I guess like if you're ungated in some of that stuff, like the flipping accountant, if he could sell Legos, he goes and clears Walmart's out of their Legos when they go on sale. But like we were talking one day, and he's like, I was like, well, can you sell the Legos on eBay? And he said, no. He said they won't sell.
Right.
So, yeah, that's true.
Like they sell on Amazon though.
But see, it's because on Amazon they expect everything to be new. On eBay, as far as they know, there's like, oh well, this is used. This could be used. It's like new. But on Amazon, they know it's new. No offers have to be dealt, and that's it. Just buy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just heard some major horror stories about FBA, with them damaging things and then the buyer the seller ending up having to pay for all that stuff. And like, I just heard too many horror stories. And I'm like, with eBay, at least my hands are on it from beginning to end. The only other person that touches it is the shipper, and that's it. Like, and that just, I don't know. And then Amazon's just been, I don't know. It seems like we're ordering less stuff from Amazon because of how long it takes and how poor of service it's been lately. Like they've just left things in puddles in our front yard. Like they've left things up near Sarah's car, which is up a flight of stairs while it's raining. Like, I mean, it's just, they shove stuff in our mailbox it doesn't even fit.
We've never had that issues.
It's like, Adam, when I ordered the mic and the stand, they didn't even put it in a box. It was just out there in the open, right in front of my porch. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I ordered a Christmas present for Sarah, and luckily she was at the bins yesterday looking for buying shirts for whatnot and stuff. And it shows up and I walk outside and it's just sitting there in the box. And the box is all jacked up. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, number one, it's Christmas time. So if somebody's ordering things from Amazon, it's a high likelihood it's a Christmas present. and you just slap a sticker on it and put it on my front porch, and like it was just terrible. And I'm like, they're worse than the post office.
That's nuts.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll be whichever warehouse or fulfillment center is from, because I'm pretty sure they're all different. Who the workers are at the time too.
We only have one. Well, we have one that services all of Pittsburgh, and that's Swickley, right?
I
think we only have
there's
the
one out by the airport now.
That's Swickley.
No, the one over by Clinton. I think
that one. I don't. Is it open? Because every time I drive by, there's no cars in the parking lot.
Well, Clinton, I think they're building one, but I think there's one further down past the airport. Where, I can't think of the name of the exit now. I know there's one out there. I don't know if it's open though.
Yeah, but
I know the one swiftly because our kids' daycare is up by there, and it's.
Yeah, I see the line of trucks coming out.
Yes, it's Amazon trucks galore, and that one's really not even that big either.
No.
Compared to like the one, I know there's one out off of Route 70 over near Columbus. That thing's massive.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just the workers. They don't have a lot of staff. They're understaffed, so they're bottom feeding like everybody else is doing, and they're just not great. Now the guy that came and delivered stuff today, he was really nice because like I thought he had already left, and I walked outside and he was taking a picture, and he's like, "Hi, it's right there. I put it over there," and I'm like. Oh, you're nice. You didn't just leave it at the top of the stairs.
I don't know, we must get lucky. We must get lucky. McLaren Road, that's what it is. So she must be from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get those nice ones who's like, oh yeah, thank you, and then those who just like whatever, and I can see it through my camera. It's like I know who you are.
Yeah, I know. But
and the weird ones are always the ones that come in their regular car. I'm like, why?
Yes, it does. I like because where I live too, especially this time of year, like you come up our hill, there's no stop sign, but each way there is. Mm-hmm. And these FedEx drivers keep blowing the stop sign now.
It's gonna happen.
So I pull up and I get out of the car, and the guy he pulled up right in front of me. He got out of his truck. I said, "You know, there's a stop sign over here." He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You just act like you're taking a picture of the truck, man." They panic.
Oh yeah, they'll get in big trouble.
I know. I reported one guy one day because he got mad at me. I got mad at him. He blew the stop sign twice in 2 days.
Nice.
He's like, "I will get you." So I reported him. So guess what happened? I had a dresser being delivered like 3 days later.
Oh man, you got yourself.
You know what? It's even better. He delivered it to the next street over.
What a jerk!
Left it down by the steps in the rain. This lady, so the lady over there, she didn't know us. She looked at the label, and our phone number was on the label, called us and said, there's this massive package here. Dude, it sucked. And I'm like, okay, he got me. But
I mean,
I'll report it again.
All the delivery companies are just getting really bad now.
Yeah.
It's like they're just not caring anymore.
It's this time of year. They're trying to, like, my wife noticed the other night was the UPS or the Amazon guy shows up with a headlamp on. It's dark and he couldn't see, so he had like one of those headlamps on, walking to the back porch.
What? Okay. I mean, you don't live out in Timbuktu. There's light. There's street lights.
It's dark here though.
Oh,
because our backyard's really dark because the street lights out towards the front. So yeah, it's actually pretty dark here. But all of our Christmas lights are on too. So
yeah,
it's not like you can't see.
Our UPS driver is the problem here. Like, well, I take that back.
Driver's great.
Our weekend UPS driver is a jerk. So like, you know how UPS you can't schedule pickups with UPS unless you pay $10.
Yeah.
So the one day we were leaving, and Sarah sells Avon, so they all come UPS. So she knew there was 2 Avon boxes coming. So we're like, you know what? Let's just put these out on our front porch. Put a big note on them that says, "UPS, please take." And so we see the guy come walking up onto our porch, look at the big note, drop the 2 boxes on the ground, and turn around and walk away. And I'm like, you could go the extra mile. You could just pick them up and scan. Like, I've handed packages to my UPS guy on the weekday. And I'm like, hey, man, can you take this? He's like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Deep. And then walks away. Like, this guy could have just picked them up, scanned them, and put them on his truck. Like, you're a jerk.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But we did find our new favorite place is there on the airport, the other side of the airport near me, there's a FedEx terminal, and there's a drop-off location in the FedEx terminal. You can just walk in and drop stuff off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we've been dropping FedEx packages off there like crazy. So if it's like 50 cents different between UPS and FedEx, we're FedEx because it's right there.
I have so the thing over here is I have a FedEx and a UPS drop box side by side.
Yeah.
But then UPS, I can drop it off at the Rite Aid in Ambridge.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can drop it off at Rite Aid.
Do It Best in Ambridge or Saffron's in Swiftly.
Yeah, okay.
So those are the ones that I use. FedEx, I know there's a FedEx drop over here somewhere other than the bin.
This is actually like a little, almost like a shipping center. And you can just walk in there and give it to them. And I assume it's been working for us. We just didn't know it was there. And then one day I was driving by and I'm like,
what's that?
It's FedEx. There's a big FedEx plane there. And I'm like,
I
wonder if we can drop packages off there.
I'm trying to think where I've dropped FedEx packages off now.
I just like my USPS now, especially for my Poshmark orders, because as soon as I scanned it in that kiosk, that's considered activity. So, and thankfully now they install an after hours drop off for us, so I don't gotta be worried. So even it fits up to the 12 by 12 by 12, which is actually awesome. But for especially for Poshmark, I just scan it, and thankfully that's considered activity. It's shipped, and I'm good.
Yeah, we've been having some problems with scanning. I've been trying to figure out. So you can't print that scan sheet on eBay unless you bulk.
Yeah, unless you do bulk printing. And I forgot who it was that said it, that apparently you could do a custom one, but I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, Rosie was talking about it. I think you can manually enter everything into a.
But like not everything you ship is gonna be USPS though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but normally I don't have problems with FedEx or UPS scanning things. It's USPS has been really bad for like my smaller stuff. Like just doesn't seem to ever get scanned. And then anything I ship in this with eBay standard envelope, forget it. If there's one tracking on there, I'd be surprised. Like.
Paul, and it was Little Miss Q that she said.
Was it? There you go.
Yeah, it was her.
So it's funny you say that. See, when I take all of our packages to the post office, I trust them. They're great down there. But every day we'll wait for them to scan it so I get the receipt.
See, we can't. I showed it yesterday on my live. You might have seen it. We have these giant sacks that we bring over. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, like, we have these massive sacks that we bring over. And my post office lady said, they probably won't scan it until it gets there because they're just going to take these sacks and sort them. And I'm like, that's great. But the problem is once they're getting to my post office, they're scanning some things. And then some things it doesn't hit till it goes to Warrendale. And I'm like, okay, this is a problem. So now
because it might not get to Warrendale till after midnight.
Right. And that's what's happening is it's like 2 days are going by and then the first scan's happening when it's on its way out of Warrendale. And I'm like, this isn't cool. So I was like, I got to do this scan sheet and then I'll just have my post lady scan it when she picks it up. And I don't do bulk labels because most of our dimensions aren't correct. So it would be all kinds of wrong.
Yeah, see, we don't have kiosks we don't have it at our post office because it's too small. So
we have a kiosk, of course, and I love about it. They just did it last weekend. At my post office, the people are amazing. I think that it's the management that's always there at the kiosk helping people, and I will see them every day. And then the people there, I've never had a problem getting anything scanned there except for one thing. Out of the whole 2 years I've been reselling, and then to what Rosie said too, I just got a return request today saying that the item didn't fit, but I just checked tracking and it's still at the LA distribution center. And the return got approved, which is fine, but it said that they already shipped it back. But it's like, how do you ship it back? You don't even have it yet, according to tracking.
We've had a bunch. We've had a whole bunch of people. Like we had Poshmark had to intervene with one of them, which is another cool thing about Poshmark is that Poshmark will actually release your funds if they lose something 9 times out of 10. So like we had something they said it was lost, but it wasn't actually lost. It did exactly what Rosie's did. It never hit, never did anything, and then all of a sudden it was like delivered.
Yeah, I think it gives you like 10 days, and then the Poshmark interviews, or I forgot how many days they give you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they put a kiosk in our post office, you wouldn't be able to go anywhere in there.
We have one in our post office. It's just we'd fill that little thing up.
And the problem with the kiosk too is you could only scan one thing at a time. So for you, Adam, it would actually be bad because you have to do one, and they have to keep pressing it. It's like prepaid. There's no breakables. Do you know this? Okay, and then you do one, and then you got to keep doing that over and over. Exactly. And I
50,
even asked
50 or 60 times because we don't typically. Oh God, no.
And I even asked them, like, is there a way that I can do multiple at the same time? I was like, no, it's only one at a time. So I don't think when they made those, I don't think they had us in mind. I think they only had the average consumer in mind.
You have to sign up for business customer gateway through USP. Does that cost anything, Rosie? I need to know. Because I gotta do something because these eBay standard envelopes are just not scanning, and these postcard people are really.
Oh, the kiosk is great if you have the scan sheet.
Oh yeah, but then what do you do with the packages? You got to put them all in that thing, and I'd fill that thing up.
That's true.
Yeah,
I gotta ask my girlfriend.
So it's funny, like for $90. Like when I go to the gym in the morning. I'll sometimes drop off a package in the mailbox outside because they'll get it at 6:00 and scan it.
What is it?
It's a Vulpix Pokemon. $90 plus shipping, but the problem is it's a zero feedback buyer.
No, hell no. Just we know what I do with those is I send back an offer for like 93.
So I sent an offer for 100 earlier in the day when they did it. They didn't reply until just now with 90. So I'm just gonna reply back with 100 because I haven't had problem with zero feedback buyers before, but at the same time it's an expensive toy. That's the only thing, and it's my girlfriend, so I need to ask her.
The most common people that don't pay for things are zero feedbackers.
Yeah, and I know Little Miss Q's gonna laugh because she laughs every time I say I gotta ask my girlfriend if she's still in the chat though.
Yeah, she's right. The Poshmark released, we had something get completely lost, and they were like, no problem, we'll release your funds. And I'm like, oh, that's great. That's probably why they do priority for everything too, because everything's insured.
Yeah, the only thing I was mad with Poshmark because they accepted a return and approved the return about some shoes that said the buyer saying it's like, oh, there's scuffs here, and that wasn't the picture. And I literally provided in the evidence too, or in the proof, it's like, zoom up here. In this picture, and this picture shows it, and then Posh says like we had to approve the return because there wasn't sufficient. You didn't show it enough, and I'm like, but it's in 3 pictures. But I was like, you know what? I just blocked the buyer and I just moved on.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's what we do.
But but other than that, Poshmark support is actually great. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been really. I mean, we've had no problems. It's just they're very anal about things not being scanned. Like if they don't get scanned within a couple days of you shipping it or saying you shipped it, they'll send you that email that's like, "Hey, you got to ship this," and we're like, "Already did."
Yeah,
it's not getting scanned.
Yeah, but that's only when there's no activity, though.
Yeah. Well, we've had, like I said, we had 1 or 2 things that just it got shipped, and then the activity, like the initial scan that most people get whenever it gets to their post office seems to be getting skipped for us. And that could be because our bag is literally just getting picked up, put into a thing, and then driven to our distribution center, which is in Warrendale, Pennsylvania. And then that's the first time I see a scan, and that's normally a day and a half to 2 days later. When that first scan hits, when it's leaving our distribution center. And that's what we've been having a problem. And like you said, if you get that initial scan right away, then there's activity and there's nothing else anybody can say. So I was thinking if it hits that, if I can hit that scan sheet and then there's a scan from here on out, it's all on them. Like if it's lost, I've got proof saying it's been picked up.
Exactly. So. But yeah, like I said, for those kiosks, it's only one at a time. So for you, it would be like a big headache. You'd be there probably an hour.
Well, I don't think I think I'm not, and again, not being a jerk. I think we'd fill it because we fill those
Yeah.
bags most of the time. And if it's
Yeah.
over a weekend, forget it.
And you're right too, because at my post office, every time I see them just handing the bag, they just put it to the side. They don't even put it on the actual bin sorting that they have. And the one time that I did see them, they literally just dumped everything in there anyways. They didn't even look at it.
Yeah, we get ignored when we go into our post office because me and Sarah will come walking in with a bag each, and then they're just like, "Can I help you?" And they're taking everybody in the line, and I'm like, "Can I just set these up here?" And they're like, "No, hold on a sec." Like, okay,
That's crazy. Well, we've almost went an hour and a half.
yeah. Time flies when you're having fun.
It does.
It does.
It was a good chat. It was a good first night. But next week's gonna be a good one. We got
Somebody's
before
giving away
Christmas.
cash.
Yeah, Barter Mania is giving away cash next Wednesday. 5 lucky winners will get $20 a piece. Hey, it's right before Christmas. What's a better way to get some money?
I'll find something to give away.
I'm gonna give away a Google Home next week too. That's gonna be part of our 900 subscriber giveaway.
There you go.
So
I'm gonna see if I can find something too.
you're in the chat. Yeah, I might even. I don't know. I got some stuff. Okay, it's right before Christmas. I mean, let's just give some stuff away. Now you won't get it before Christmas, but
Unless
you
send
can if you want to
Express.
pay for Express.
but I think even at that, I don't think that you would. I meant to grab
And if
this.
you win, it'll be very expensive to overnight to you.
I know.
But we're gonna give away this next week.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. I already have too many of the A word. I don't want to say it.
Yeah, don't say
Yeah,
that.
no,
because
You're gonna set it off in here too.
I know. I got one sitting here.
There's one right here.
Mine's actually went on a few times during doing videos. And it's like, I need to say it again. Like,
No, the worst. We have Ring doorbell systems too. So I have one.
We just got one.
I have one whenever I have one just regular camera when it's coming down my stairs, so I can kind of get an idea that there's someone walking down my stairs. And then I have one on my front door. There's nothing worse than being either one on a live and somebody coming to your front door, or two when you're on a roll, like on a What Sold video or something, and you're like halfway through a sentence, you're like, yeah, and this album, Don't Shoot Me by Elton John, and you're like, and then ding, and then you're like, ah. Then you gotta start all over, and you're like, next up, this album.
Now, so you have the Ring. Do you have the solar panel charger for it?
No, we have batteries. We just got an extra battery so that one will be charged every time.
That's what.
So we have 3 total, and then once one dies, you just replace it. And then,
that's what I'm thinking about doing with ours. But I think whenever I'm going to put one on our back door, but I might use the solar panel for that one.
The batteries last a long time.
So far, it's been doing great. It's been
And it emails you, and then your Ring app will notify you when it's down to like 20%.
Okay.
So most of the time,
I need to get a new battery. I need to get a second.
I ended up
battery.
getting the Google Nest only because you only got to pay one subscription for however many devices you want. I know with the Ring you have to pay for each different one, don't you?
No, well, now you do. But when I first got it, it was like that, and now they're like, "Hey, if you want to keep any of your recordings, it's an extra $2. Hey, you added a camera, it's an extra $3." And you're
my
like,
trial just ran out.
Yeah. So that's why I got the Nest, because it's just one price. I'm good.
I need to list these. These are the Arlo cameras.
Yeah.
Oh, where are they? The indoors or outdoors?
Out. They could be used I used one of them indoors, but they can be. They're outdoors too. We used them, but honestly, I don't know. I just went with the Ring doorbell. I was honestly tired of charging them too much.
The problem is if you don't subscribe to their thing where it
pointless.
Saves your videos, then it has, because then you're like, oh, someone was at my front door. You're like, who is it? Oh, I can't tell because.
So we had motion at our door at 1:30 the other night.
In the morning.
I think it was a car. It's like I couldn't look at it because the trial ran out.
Oh, change the settings on your Ring doorbell to pick up people, not motion.
I did. Yeah. That's what it is. But sometimes it'll pick up a car.
Yeah, mine's only picks up people and motion actually.
Mine picked up motion. That's what mine picked up, was some motion, but it's like weird. It's like every now and then, depending on if the car's going slow enough or fast enough, it'll pick it up.
Yeah, I get that alert all the time.
I had to turn the motion off because we had a raccoon that would like to hang around our garbage cans, and it would pick up the raccoon at like 3 a.m, and I'm like, what's going
There
on?
we go. The solar is nice. He has one in his RV for the ring, so I might have to do the solar panel because I don't. My front door doesn't get much sun, so I think the back will be way better.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to try it.
I like them. I mean, it's a good quality camera, and it seems to work pretty well. And it with the A word, if you have the video ones, like these little guys, it as soon as someone rings the doorbell, it just automatic. Well, it takes a minute, and then it pops on to your.
We have
thing.
the show. We have the bigger show.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the Show 8.
I think that's what we have too.
Yeah.
Is that the A word? Yeah, the A word is.
Yeah.
I don't. We have a big one. We have a big one out there, but it looks kind of like this one with the angled back. It's not the new one that's sitting on the ball. That speaker in that thing is impressive.
I know, it's loud.
Yeah, and it's bassy.
Dude, my kids will turn it up and play some music, and it's like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Dude, we have one. I swear we have one at every house.
We do too.
Or every room. Every room has one. I mean, I have one down here. He just said, "Don't use your phone to regain access to your accounts of pain."
Yeah.
We have one in our basement, and it's you always drop in on it when Sarah's down there, and I need a box.
So if I'm at the store, if I'm at the store and I can't get a hold of my wife because it's like I got a question about our grocery list, I call her, she doesn't answer, so I'll just make an announcement. It makes an announcement like, "Call me."
That's nice.
I don't even do the announcement. I just drop in.
It goes across every single one of them.
Yeah.
Have you dropped in on her?
I haven't, but I need to try that.
It's a lot easier.
So it turns to speak. It goes dink, and you're on.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hilarious.
And they can talk back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to pick what device. I don't think you can do a house wide, can you?
No, you can't.
You have to pick one that you have to kind of know where they are.
Oh,
so like,
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you have one that's kind of central, that's probably the one to go with because somebody will hear it.
When we used to have the camera up inside the house, I used to turn the camera on to see where they were at. And I could be like, okay, I know where they're at, so I know where to talk to.
Yeah.
Or what you could do also is just have the main one, living room one, all the way high up, and then if you need to drop in, they'll hear that one at least.
That's kind of what it is, yeah.
The problem is if you crank the volume on your main one, whenever somebody is at the front door, it's going to be ridiculously loud.
When I have to wake up at 3 a.m. for work, because I have it connected to a smart plug for this lamp that I have right here. And if you try to turn it on, it does a little noise. And if you leave it all the way up, it just does the loud noise like, oh, crud.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Okay. I think.
Yeah. It's an early morning tomorrow, but no, it's a fun night. Hopefully people learn some stuff, but I think next week's going to be fun. Bartermania is going to join us.
And at the end of the live, I sell something.
Yeah, I know. I didn't sell anything this live. I sold something before the live. The following week, if anybody wants to be a guest and wants to come on, let us know. We can get you scheduled. Little Miss Q's actually going to be on too. She's going to be on January 5th. She's going to come on. So
after New Year's.
Yeah, she's going to be the first one of the new year. So get her on, and then next week.
Are you still going to want me to message you, Adam, in between those days?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
I know.
I'm thinking that far ahead.
I am because I have everything planned for the whole rest of the year because I have a bunch of things coming up on the weekend. So like this weekend, I won't be able to attend your live because I actually have to take the family to another event. But I'll be lurking in the background.
That ear plug-in.
Exactly. There we go. My storage finds that if doing chat like this, I'm game. I'll give away stuff. We'll be here. We're giving away stuff next week. Money, Google Homes, and who knows what else. I mean,
am I eligible for the Google
Christmas?
Home?
We're gonna
you can't have a Google Home if you already have the A word. You can't mix and match.
I know, that's why I'm getting rid of it.
I need something in the garage.
I seriously bought this thing months ago, and I was like, I'm gonna save it for a giveaway. And I said, and then I was like, oh, I'll give it away when we hit 1,000. And I was like, no, I'll give it away when we hit 900. Well, we're there, so it's time to give it away. It's time to give it away.
100 to go.
Whenever I hit go ahead.
100 to go.
No.
Yeah, whenever I hit 500, I'm actually gonna give away a thermal
A thermal.
printer.
Like, oh, nice. I have my eye on the wireless Rollo, but
I'm thinking about it because I was like, it's a tax deduction, so I was like, I could have this one in the garage and the good Rolo right here in the front, but seems like a
yeah,
waste to me. And
I just want to get rid of some of this wires that are going on here. It's a
yeah,
little rough.
He found
So-
Bose headphones too, wireless in a box today. It'd be a good giveaway, Adam.
Yeah,
that would.
those are.
Don't you need some new ones, Adam?
No, I got my AirPods now.
I don't have any headphones here. I mean,
Yeah.
I just looked
Got
for mine tonight. I
my
can't
AirPods.
find them.
I still have these Beat ones. I'm gonna keep them because the battery life is really good on them, and so is the noise cancellation. So when we go to Vegas, I'm gonna probably take those with me. So
Cool.
Yeah, I
they're
need
just
to-
not good for the lives. They disconnect too frequently.
I'm
Well, I
surprised these haven't
appreciate-
disconnected yet. But yeah.
Well, I appreciate everybody coming by. Tune in next week for some giveaways and also some cool shirts too. I know I got one ready, so
Yeah.
Adam's got one
Sounds
ready. Hopefully Ed finds one too.
I'll try. I'll see. Maybe I'll buy another one from Adam.
I was gonna say jump on whatnot and buy a shirt. That's all.
That's right.
I'd send you one, but it might not make it in time.
Monday and Tuesday next week. 8:00 on Monday, Tuesday 7:30, both on Whatnot. Comic.
Oh, you're
books,
doing two auctions.
Toys. I'm doing comic books, toys, and like new older stock trading cards. No Pokemon or anything. They're baseball, football, and I think there's some Toon. They're just random. And then comic books, lots of comic books, and then action figures on Monday, and then the same auction that you saw on Tuesday, again on Tuesday. So
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds
be cool.
good. I'll try to still do my live on Sunday if you guys want to join. It's just gonna be a flea market haul or just hang out,
I'll
whichever.
be at the Steeler game, man. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll
No
watch it.
worries.
I'll probably be there.
Yeah.
Cool. And then you're still gonna have your live tomorrow, Adam?
Yeah, Adam from Baldy Pal will be on.
Oh, there you go. He's fun.
Yeah, he is.
He's a blast. I was on his show not too long ago.
Thank you.
We might do a pop-up live Saturday night. I'm not sure yet because I'm on eBay Addicts live
Yeah.
Saturday at 4, I think.
1 p.m. for me, so yeah, 4.
Does he have the thumbnail up already?
Yeah, he already has it up. I already put the reminder.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know. We were talking this morning, and he was like, I got these days free, so I was like, okay, let's do it. That's the only day I can do it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if he did. I didn't realize. Oh, yeah. Oh, I sent him a picture. And he used a different one.
Yeah, he does that.
He does do that.
Yeah, he's like sending
You
me.
already
accurate.
know, Adam. Yeah, he
Sure
did the
do.
same thing with me.
Yep. Sure
I
do. He
mean,
did the same thing
granted,
with me.
My wife and me are in it, but it's just gonna be me. But whatever. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Just gotta get our name out there, and 75 more. We'll hit it. We'll hit 1K.
Yeah, you
Which
got
is
it.
nuts. to me.
You got this. You got this.
Maybe we'll have 1K by next Wednesday.
Oh,
Hopefully.
no. You got.
What's that?
I was just thinking. I'm like, I wonder if I should squeeze Mike in before the holidays so he could hit 1K on mine, but I can't.
You're already booked, aren't you?
Well, no, we decided not to do anything on the week before Christmas because we were going to give away things. But if you get close, let me know.
Well,
Because-
you can hit 2K next week here. So
No, it doesn't go that fast.
Yeah, that's true.
well, every time you're on the show, you hit something. So.
Yeah. What was it? 2 months ago? Yeah. So it's about $250 a month. It seems like. But
Which is good though.
we slowed up a little, just because we had that kind of lull in real videos when we started Q4. So we're gonna get back to it a little bit more. So,
Yeah, I got to figure out what kind of different content to make other than just what's sold. The informational videos are the one that seems to be doing really good for me.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna be trying to
that's-
do more. Oh, by the way, I am gonna be coming out with another one. I don't know if you guys are attending the eBay Seller Chicken, but they're supposedly they're saying that they're gonna give every attendee a special gift, and I'm hoping it's eBay Concierge. So I'll let you guys know what it is
You know
because
what
I
their
got the
gift
invitation.
to me could be? You know what their gift to me could be? No.
What?
Just figure out the offer system.
Yeah.
Make people pay when they send offers. If you accept it, they pay for it.
Hey, I like my.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I still got this little one too.
Mine says Yeti on it.
Well, so
Yeah, I got one of those. I love that thing.
do we have a Yeti obsession? It's not even.
We have the same problem. I don't have a Yeti obsession. I like them. Sarah?
Yeah. I mean, I have a Yeti hat on top of my mannequin.
Yeah, but
I mean,
she has to find a cheaper edition. They're so expensive.
So,
that big cooler we have was $600.
Dude, I just bought. I'm no lie. I just bought a king crab orange cooler off of Reseller in this area. I can't get it anywhere else.
No.
That's the color you said was extremely rare, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one, yeah. There's a few, but it's not. I mean, it's crazy. Well, so public lands opened up in Cranberry.
Yes.
Well, they sent us a gift card, $25, free. 20. You can use it on anything. So I went up and I actually bought a Yeti tassel hat for myself.
Oh, nice.
So I went to work the other day, and somebody brought in their public lands gift card, set it on the table, and said, "Free to anybody who wants to use it." I was like, "Free Yeti." I mean, I could honestly buy another Yeti for that.
That store, apparently, this is just a rumor, went over like a fart in church in Cranberry because they're missing a very key piece of sporting goods that people up in that county would use frequently.
Firearms.
There's no firearms in that store.
That's why, because it used to be a Gander Mountain. Well, Gander Mountain.
It was Field and Stream.
Field and Stream, that's right. Field and Stream got away from going with Dick's.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, because of the firearm thing.
Yeah.
So supposedly, when they got rid of that place, I guess all those mounts they had in there and stuff were tossed into a dumpster in the back.
No kidding.
And if you were in there, I mean.
Oh no, Ed, this was like, have you ever been to a Gander Mountain or Cabela's? So like they have all these like. So it's like an outdoor store, but they have all these big like stuffed or not stuffed, but like a deer, like a what do they call that? I can't think of the name.
Elk.
No, what do they call that process where they stuff like animals? Like 10-point box. Like they had the head. They're all around there, and then they've had all this like outdoorsy like looking stuff with like benches and like a little log cabin stuff everywhere, and like so it's like old school like stuff that we thrift was in this store, and they just threw it all in the trash can.
But now I don't know if you've been in the new one in public lands. They actually have a rock climbing wall now, back where all the taxidermy stuff was.
I looked, so that there was an announcement on WPXI or something like that. It was like public lands opens in Cranberry, and I was like, what is this? And so I don't ever click on news articles because if I do, then you get the pop-ups and it just annoys me. So I clicked on the comments to see, because I can get the general gist of what this is just by looking at the comments.
Correct.
And like every comment was just like, this store's crap because they don't have firearms. This store's crap because they don't have I'm like, wow, I guess I'm not going.
I mean, you're right. You're right because we went to Field and Stream right before they closed, and they didn't have much firearm wise anything left.
They didn't have anything.
I mean, but that was also during a time when it was hard to find stuff too.
Right.
I just remember too that the Dick's Sporting Good here actually they don't have them anymore.
Nope.
No. Well, so and it's not, I'm not saying that like every sporting goods store needs to have guns in it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the area this is located in is a heavy, like there's a lot of good old boys. It's a heavily hunted area. Like there's a lot of people that do that kind of stuff.
I can imagine.
There's not a lot of mountain climbers out there. There's not a lot of cyclists out there.
Or skiers. They've
right.
But here's the thing is you can drive through up in this area. I'm not even kidding you. You're gonna see Confederate flags.
Oh yeah,
at least 2 of them.
Yeah,
on the
it's
back
good old boys. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
like
just I'm trying to think of an area around you, Ed, that I could compare it to.
In my area, there's actually a bunch of them.
This is kind of like out in the country too.
It's like farmland.
Oh,
really.
Yeah. So like I'm thinking like up like probably like up over the grapevine, like out in that area, like those type of people. Like just
you're probably right.
Country folk like that
yeah.
hunt, that do, and like I understand the store and there is a market for that store. It's just in a terrible area.
Exactly.
So that's the only thing I was
true. It's yeah, I agree. Cranberries just become nuts. There's so much stuff out there.
Yeah, it's just there's shopping. There's so many shops and stores up there. It's crazy.
But we'll see everybody next week.
See you guys.
So, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good night, guys.